Hi, everybody. So I think a lot of you are having the same question about how do I get started finding these evidence-based practices. I did the module, I've done some of the links, and I just don't quite understand where to find these evidence-based practices. First thing to do is, just like is mentioned on today's team time page, is to make sure you've considered and decided upon what is the behavior, what is it that you're looking for in a program to address. Once you've decided that, back in the IRIS module, and I'm on the page now, it's in the resources and perspectives section, and I automatically go to the K-12 page, but if you happen to be working in an early childhood setting, you could choose either the birth to 3 or the 3 to 5 page. Either way, on any of those pages, you're going to see links to resources. So here, we have click here for a list of organizations that are trustworthy sources. So I'm going to start by clicking on that. And that's going to bring you to a number of different things. Now remember, evidence-based practices aren't just for behavior. They're for reading, writing, math, a whole host of different areas that you would address in an educational setting are looked at within these evidence-based practices. Just happens to be that our perspective is more around behavior. So as you look down through here, it tells you the topics that are generally addressed in each of these websites. So Best Evidence Encyclopedia, mathematics and reading, not going to be so helpful for us. Center on Instruction, Literacy, STEM, English Language Learners, Special Education, Response Intervention. Maybe with a special education, but not really. National Center on Intensive Intervention, math, reading, writing, behavior. Definitely going to find some things there. National Technical Assistance, transition academic, no. Promising practices, behavior, I would look there. National Professional Development Center on Autism, absolutely. This is a huge one where you're going to find lots of information. Teaching LD, reading, self-regulation, social skills, that might be an area you're looking for. What Works Clearinghouse, children and youth with disabilities, student behaviors, possibility, OSEP, ideas that work, that's another one. Social emotional learning. So you need to start going to the websites that list categories that you think are going to be helpful to yours. So I'm going to start by going to the National Professional Development Center on Autism. Now you get here and you're like, okay, now what do I do? Take a moment to orient yourself with the page. I notice right off when I look at this, I look at the headings, home, news, evidence-based practices, key term, I'm going to click on that. Gives you a little background. What are evidence-based practices? This website tells you that they did a process and they identified 27 evidence-based practices that have shown through scientific research to be effective when implemented correctly with students with ASD. That's important. That might be exactly what you're looking for. Now you can see here are the 27 evidence-based practices that they have identified. Hopefully you notice many of these as topics that we've gone over in the course. You can click on the ones that you're interested in, read more about them. Okay, so that's one of the websites. Another one that might be helpful to you is What Works Clearinghouse. Again, remember they're not all around behavior, so you're going to have to do a little bit of searching. What Works Clearinghouse has an icon for that. I'm going to click on behavior. You can sort some of these, and you can also, this particular website allows you to compare. This one happens to be organized by evidence of effectiveness, and I think a color-coded icon with a box indicates positive or potentially positive effects on outcomes for that topic. A gray icon with no box indicates a lack of evidence. So this one is organized. These purple ones, these are practices that have been shown through research to be effective. And you can click on them and get more information. Keep in mind, you can already exclude some that aren't in the grade level you're looking for, and then you're going to have to do a little bit more work. You do not have to find them across multiple websites. Your task is within the area you're looking for to find 2 practices, and you're going to analyze them based on the comparison tool from the IRIS module. Once you've done the comparison, you're going to identify the practice that has the greatest potential to be successful with your case study. That's the one you're going to present to us in class with your group on Tuesday, May 1st. I hope this video proves to be a little bit helpful. If you have more questions, please do let me know. Again, for those of you who are here and for those of you who aren't, I'm out of town next week. I'll be available through email periodically, but I don't leave until Saturday. So if you get in touch with me before then, you'll have greater access to me. After Saturday, I'll be out of town and only available through email. So I hope this is helpful.